What's up? It's your homie Rome, and I'm back. I am back. Now, this video, I just felt it was really important to bring forward just to the world. I'm not even going to say too much about this. I'm going to leave the link to this actual video in the description. Y'all leave a like, comment, and subscribe about this. I'll let y'all be the judge.
Who have really struggled in this country for hundreds of years.
I have a question, Cube. You said that the Biden campaign didn't reach out to you, and well, you said first. You said
they did reach out.
You said
but
first.
They didn't want to. They said hook up. We'll hook up after the election.
And to be fair, they're not the power in party right now. I want to ask you this if this is true, because I had heard from one of my sources that you were contacted for this Zoom call with Kamala Harris, with D.L. Hughley, Snoop Dogg, you, Killer Mike. They were all on the call, and you were not on the call. And that was to speak. That was in September. And why? So you said they didn't reach out. You said the Democrat had to reach out, but Kamala Harris's folks reached out to you and wanted you to be on the Zoom call because they thought your voice was important. Why did you not participate? Choose to not participate in that?
Well,
they thought his voice was important. A man who's an entertainer, who through his own initiative went out and wrote a contract with Black America, who put the work in, went and worked with some of the foremost black academicians, economics people, finance people. They thought his voice was important. So important that they want to get him on a call with a bunch of rappers, a bunch of entertainers, all of whom had no plans. They want to get on the Zoom call, a panel. You see these on YouTube every day. Look at how this one is going right now. With 4 people and Ice Cube. And they wanted it to be darn near triple the size. But yet, his voice was so important. Ladies, how many of you would have felt respected for the work you had put into that point if you had been made that offer?
You know, we had spent, a lot of people time putting a contract with Black America together. And, I just thought that getting on a Zoom call with 12 other...
Sorry, I got to say this. Somebody mentioned in the comment section. It said, Jazz Jackson said Biden was too busy for Q, but not too busy for Cardi B. Here's what they think about you. 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 Fuck all y'all. Goddamn, I'm glad he said it off.
Entertainers all shooting what they believe needs to be done, to me, wasn't going to be productive. And I was also, because my lawyer, Matt Johnson, has a connection with Kamala Harris, and I was promised a call that I never received. So, that's why I didn't feel like I wanted to be on that Zoom call. So I feel like our plan is so broad that you can't talk about it with 12 other people who had nothing to do with it. And these are a lot of things that really need to get done. So I wanted to have a serious conversation and not just a rally cry kind of conversation.
But you said also you would talk to anyone that was willing to help. You said you were.
I am, but I just said that they said they were going to call me.
But you did not hear. Well, you just said you were willing to talk to anybody, and then they tried to talk to you. You didn't want to. You said, no, I would talk to anybody. Yeah, you said you were willing to talk to anybody, but you were willing to talk. You weren't willing to talk to you weren't willing to talk to them, but you were willing to talk to a racist. That's what was said. Let me go ahead and replay that.
Correct, and I never got that call. So when you, I am, but I just said that they said they were going to call me direct, and I never got that call. So when you hear that, you're waiting for that call. It never came.
So no kind of way don't work if it's not the way that you started. You want it. Got it.
Well, I want to get.
And there is when I lost it. Did you hear what that woman said? I'm going to let you guys hear it again.
Things done. I just said that they said they were going to call me direct, and I never got that
Pay
call.
attention.
So when you hear that, you're waiting for that call. It never came.
So no kind of way don't work if it's not the way that you started. You want it. Got it.
Well, I want to get things done.
The nerve of you. The nerve of any of you. When you act like butter won't melt in your mouth, you don't believe nothing. It has to be your way or the highway. You don't listen to nobody. It's all about you. And then you can actually, that was called projection, people. That was called projection. What she did is projected on the Ice Cube what she would do. And it's going to be my way or the highway. And it was so dismissive, so tasteless, so crass. And I am so glad that women on those channels are finally saying how disappointed they are being represented by women like this, talking to this brother who just tried to do the right thing. Again, all he's trying to do is get a plan for Black America. That's all he tried to do. That's it.
I just
But
want
now
to bring
they've
this
gone
forward
from
in time, man.
who you're sitting down with, who you're talking to you need to have a deal with women, and you need to talk to who we think you need to talk to, and do it this way. But they started off talking about, we thank you so much for coming on. Is this what's wrong with Black relationships? What non-Black man watching how Black women interact with Black men they supposedly like, who are successful, who are builders, who got all the things you say you want, would sit back and say, yes, I want one of those. I'd love to be talked to like this. Because I make $160,000 a year. He's got $160 million. Sign me up for this.
And I don't want to just spin my wheels, talk to people who can't really make it happen. So I didn't want to just, well,
the vice president.
How do you know they can't make it happen? That's what Lisa Ray said. And this is where she lost. So how do you know they can't make it happen? Killer Mike, Snoop Dogg, D.L. Hewley, they didn't have planned first. It was Kamala Harris and 12 entertainers. But again, go jump through hoops, Black man, and bring me back my Scooby snacks so I can buy my yellow fingernail polish and wigs. Because that's what your job is. It's not to lead us. It's to go get my shit. Go on down to the store and get my Newports.
Listen, because I had the conversation. When I had the Zoom call with the DNC, the Democratic Party, we was on the call for probably over 45 minutes, and we never even got to the contract with Black America. We never went through any of the points that needs to be dealt with when it comes to the situation in this country. No one else has a plan that deals with as many issues that this administration or any administration could fix if they had the political will. And you have to give them the political will. And that's what's being done. I didn't want to put anybody on blast for that, but since they saying I didn't jump on the call, it's because I was promised a call where we can actually deal with this in a serious manner. And it wasn't just what I considered a rally call.
But I feel like that actually could have been okay, because you could have led the call and had supporters on.
Cube said, let me try to explain this to you because I was there. I had a call waiting for 45 minutes, and for 45 minutes, they talked about everything other than the plan that I had Dr. Claude Anderson and all these other Black academicians and professors write. All they did was rally, asked me to get the vote out. They didn't want to talk about the work me and other Black men had done to try to get Black people some economic parity in this country. And you still got these argumentative women out there saying, yeah, but You still could have got out there and possibly maybe backdoored around another way to possibly grease the did it. Why do black men have to take anything less than anybody else get? Everybody else can go in the front door and make a demand. And this is what we're going to have to start doing, black men. You got to start doing exactly what Q did. Stop asking women and start leading. If they're either going to follow or get the French toast out the way. But this is ridiculous. Is this the reason is this the reason for the problem with black relationships? This is why 50-50 doesn't work, homie. This is why 50-50 don't work. This is why you got to pay the cost to be the boss. Because if you don't,
listening to what it was that you're trying to get them to be able to help rally with the initiative.
I had been doing press about the contract with Black America outside of that. So I was using my press to promote the contract, not just to them dudes on the call, but to all of America, to all of Black America. That's where my thing is. So I wasn't on the call, but that don't mean we couldn't have a call. So that's what happened. And I don't feel like I made a mistake for not being on the call.
I will tell you, we have to wrap the show. We're way over, but I just want to say, Cube, I hear what you're saying, but I just want you to know, as Black women, how we would feel with, there's no mention specifically of Black women in the contract with Black America. They do have to
stand on top of that. I just told you you can write that up if you want to.
We're not out here jumping on calls.
We all Black, so we all. We're
not meeting with Jared Kushner and Donald Trump about this. You are. So you can't say, well, if you don't like it, add to it. You're out here. You took that job. You took that position to lead this. Don't say
I'll write up the Black woman's part of the contract for you.
Good.
How many words do y'all want it to be? The thing is, you guys are the experts, but here we go again. You just want to talk. Nobody want to help me. Just want to talk. But y'all the experts on Black women, so why won't y'all help me? See, that's the problem.
I'm down for
I can tell you why. You just let me guys party. So anyway,
the initiatives have already been set.
I wish, listen, you guys, we are way over. We're way over. I wish we would have you for more time, because I feel like you have a lot to say, Ice Cube, and you're very influential, and we appreciate this. And I hope we can respectfully debate and no feelings hurt. I don't think you are the type that would get hurt. I appreciate y'all. I wish we could have you back and have more of this conversation. Would you be open to come back here?
Of course, we family, and can't nobody hurt my family. Can't hurt my family.
Well,
that's it.
Because we're running out of time. Ice Cube, I would like to say right now, to be fair to you, and we really wanted to dig deep about the Black woman part. I think that's very important, and the lift every voice part versus the contract with Black America. I feel like there's more on the table, and I don't want to be disrespectful to your perspective and to the perspective of Black women. I would love to invite you back before the election. If you have time, I would love to do that for part 2 with Ice Cube. We gotta break now.
No problem.
Brother, I know your intent is good. We just don't like who you rocking with, but we know your intent.
I ain't rocking with nobody.
We don't see.
That's what happened. And I just told you you can write that up if you want to.
We're not out here jumping.
I let that play because I wanted you to hear it live and uncut. They don't want a contract with Black America. They want Black women exalted. So this is why this feminist, womanist, this is why you see so many men talking about it. You saw it live and in color. A successful Black man who's employed at least maybe two people on the panel, and they talked to him like he was nobody. Because it's about woman first. It's woman always. And when he said, hey, I'm welcome to let anybody do whatever they want. Just do what they want. Well, we ain't the ones doing the meeting. We ain't the ones talking to Jared Kushner. Wait a minute. So, one, you're mad because it's not there, so when I ask you to write it, you tell me don't write it. Then if I write it wrong, you're going to tell me it's wrong. If I meet with this person, it ain't right. But then if I didn't meet with this person the way you think I should, is this what's wrong with black relationships? We need you to lead and build. But when you do, this is what you get. I don't agree with that. Well, that didn't happen. Well, you could have did it this way. Well, you could have did it that way. Let's finish that out again.
On call.
We all black, so we all.
But we're not meeting with Jared Kushner and Donald Trump about this. You are. So you can't say, well, if you don't like it, add to it. You're out here. You took that job. You took that position.
I'll write it up.
So like.
Yeah, and he said, I'm going to do it my way. Shut the fuck up, Claudia. That's right. He's the one doing it. Shut up. You don't like it? Write something. If not, sit down and shut up. How about that? I'm Ice Cube's anger translator, Luther, because he couldn't say it. He had to take this interview to let you guys be crash test dummies and make a complete fool out of yourselves because you can't help yourself. There is, who else could have got on the platform with them with any credibility? I mean, if Ice Cube can't get on there, who could have? What you're starting to see is there's only one way to get along with black women like this. Do what they say, how they say it, when they say it, and then there's no problem. But if you do anything other than what they think should be done, you will be destroyed. You will catch hell. You will have problems. Is this what's wrong? If this is how this looked, what is a man who's out here working a regular 9 to 5, middle America with a solid job and benefits stand to reason with this attitude? This is a microcosm of what happens far too often in our community. Or maybe I'm wrong, but let's hear the rest of it and open the call line.
I'll write up the black woman's part of the contract for you.
Good.
And,
we have 200
how many words do y'all want it to be? The thing is, you guys are the experts, but here we go again. You just want to talk. Nobody want to help me. Just want to talk. But y'all the experts on black women, so why won't y'all help me? See, that's the problem.
Nothing has moved forward. This is a rally call. Nothing.
And then when he charged them up, he hit them in their emotional center, they had to respond instead of saying, damn, that is kind of foul. We ask you to write the black woman's part of the contract because we're the experts. But then all of a sudden, I'm down to write. You mean you're down to write something to a plan you never read? You're down to write something to a plan you never read to address something that's not in there. Well, how would you know if you ain't read it? Trigger.
We don't trust the party, so anyway.
You should just
let me know.
I wish, listen, you guys, we are way over. We're way over. I wish we would have you for more time because I feel like you have a lot to say, Ice Cube, and you're very influential, and we appreciate this. And I hope we can respectfully debate and no feelings hurt. I don't think you are the type that would get hurt. I appreciate y'all. I wish we could have you back and have more of this conversation. Would you be open to come back here?
Of course, we family, and can't nobody hurt my family. Can't hurt my feelings.
Well,
That's it.
Because we're running out of time. Ice Cube, I would like to say right now, to be fair to you, and we really wanted to dig deep about the black woman part. I think that's very important, and the lift every voice part versus the contract with Black America. I feel like there's more on the table, and I don't want to be disrespectful to your perspective and to the perspective of black women. I would love to invite you back before the election. If you have time, I would love to do that for part 2 with Ice Cube. We gotta break now.
No problem.
Brother, I know your intent is good. We just don't like who you rocking with, but we know your intent.
I ain't rocking with nobody. See, that's the thing.
Black women, why do you always need your own thing? Why do you need to be separate from black men all the time? You want Wakanda, you want this, you want that, but then when it comes right down to it, don't sound like you really want nothing other than to be superior. You just want to be on top of black men. But I could be wrong. Let me know though. Always about us. Why? Because it ain't really about black America. It's about you being on top. It's about power for so many of you.
Alright, man. If y'all want to go and actually see that video, the full thing, brace yourself. I'm going to say that. Just brace yourself, because that's only 20 minutes of it, and that was pretty bad. So, yeah, leave your comments down below about this, man. This is crazy. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the bell. See you on the next one.